Mr. Arora, you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. I was moving for a directed verdict, understanding that Mr. Cornelius has given some statements about that he was ordered to do it. I don't know if that rises to the level of a conspiracy or agreement amongst the parties. It was very inconsistent as far as that goes. Secondly, there's been no mention about Justin Johnson as part of the conspiracy at all whatsoever. I understand it only takes two to tango, but I just don't see where the proof adds up to the conspiracy, and certainly not to the first-degree murder charge in count 2, based on the evidence that you've got.
Ms. Fires, Mr. Williams,
Your Honor, the court is to view the evidence in the light most favorable to the state. We've heard testimony from Ms. Thornton that Mr. Thornton, the victim, was alive, is no longer alive. We heard testimony from Dr. Juliet Skittleberry, who testified as to the cause and the manner of death, which is homicide. We also heard from a few other witnesses, like Cornelius Smith and Angela Arnold, stating that Hernandez Govan is the one that told Smith about this hit on Mr. Thornton and told him about the price. So all that to say, Your Honor, and also, Your Honor, that Justin Johnson was involved and was a part of it. So all that to say, the state would argue that there is enough for a reasonable jury to conclude guilt.
And Your Honor, if I have no quibble, of course he was alive and he's since passed. You heard proof that they didn't communicate for 2 weeks, at least with Justin Johnson, at least 2+ days on the phone calls that the government submitted yesterday. Cornelius Smith, supposed last phone call was on the 15th of November, 2 days prior to the murder. It was for 0 seconds, and then there was that code 11 that Garner talked about, might have been voicemail, that was 40 seconds. We know for a fact that he didn't talk to Justin Johnson based on the phone records for at least 2 weeks prior to the shooting. You're being asked to make a lot of supposition here based on what Cornelius Smith said. Cornelius Smith also said there was no plan. He got a call that morning, they got there, and they were just riding around doing whatever. Now, the fact that somebody 3 to 4 months prior to that fact said to you there may be a price on somebody's head, and was it Justin Johnson? I'm sorry, was it Govan or was it Joe? You've heard both things from the same witnesses that said it both ways in uncontroverted evidence. And so I'm not sure, how do you have a plan when I say, hey, there's a hit on these people? Some point in the future they killed them, now I'm on the hook for it. I just don't see how that makes a conspiracy. Generally, there's been meeting in lines as to how, who, what, when, where. Nothing happened. It was just generic, if you believe Cornelius. 4 months prior to the shooting, there was a generic statement that, hey, there's a hit on these guys and you can get paid.
anything else?
No, Your Honor.
In the light most favorable to the state, the court has heard from different witnesses. There has been some conflicting testimony. However, the court thinks that the state has made a prima facie case for both conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and first-degree murder, and it's a jury question. So I'm going to deny your motion. Are you ready to present proof?
Could I just throw a couple minutes to see who's here? I told him 10:30, because I didn't know if the
We'll stay in a brief recess.
Court stands in a brief recess.